guys, how are you doing? Hope you're all great. Hope you guys are going to enjoy your weekend. It's Friday night here and I'm filming my books, which is really awesome. So, I decided to film the... Oh my god. My feet are numb, I'm sorry. So, I decided to film the what part of my... of the tag, the getting to know me tag kind of thing going on. I think Andy named it the six. I don't remember what you call it, but it's I filmed a video saying who I was and who I was as a reader, as a person, and that's the second part of it. It's the what part of the question, and so it's what I like to read and what kind of genres, what books. And so what I decided to do is, since I'm pretty boring and I read a bit of everything, I don't really limit myself to a particular genre. There's not like a specific genre that I enjoy more than others. I decided to show you a whole bunch of books. It's the way it works on this channel. So let's start with my French books. Oh, I read all genres, but I don't like romance and this kind of, I don't know, it's not my thing. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's a genre you either love or hate. There's nowhere there. I don't think there's a middle ground in this one, but I really don't like it. It's not enjoyable to me, and yeah, for all the books I read, I think I'm allowed not to like one. So, a genre. So I'm just gonna start with my French books. They're different genres, but since I have way less French books than English books, so I decided to just like talk about them a bit. So we have, this one is not written by a French author. It's by Paulo Coelho. He's Brazilian, from Brazil. It's by the River Piedra I sat down and wept. So in French, sur le bord de la riviere Piedra, je me suis assise et j'ai pleuré. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. After reading it, I decided to get married in Spain. One day, maybe, if I get married and if I have, if I'm able financially, I would love to. So yeah. Then, these two books aren't written by a French author either. He's this Greek author. I don't know if you know him. Humour, maybe? Yeah. So it's the Iliade and the Odyssey. Beautiful, beautiful, beautifully written books. I love them. They're both in French because I had to read them for my major. So this is the Iliade and that's the Odyssey. And in case you guys are not sure what they're about, so the Iliade talks about the Trojan War. So Troy and everything. I think everyone has watched the movie. So... but it was just terrible. The movie, it has nothing to do with the actual book. It is a longer read. The font is pretty tiny, but it's really worth it. The imagery in it is beautiful. And the second book is, I think it's the more entertaining of the two. So it's the Odyssey. It's about, I don't know what he's called in English. Is he called Odysseus or is he called Ulysses? I'm not sure. I know Odysseus is his Greek name and Ulysse is his French name, but his English name, I have no idea what it is. So it's his journey to return back home to Ithaca. And so yeah, it's all the stops, all the weird places he's been to and all the adventures, and it's really nice. It's really entertaining. And they're probably the only poetry I will ever understand. So I gotta love this. And I chose then Les Enfants de la Liberté by Marc Levy. I don't know if this has been translated though, so the title means The Children of Freedom. It's a Second World War book. It's really nice. I'm pretty sure nope, never mind. I didn't say anything. I read it a long time ago. And the last book in my French part of this tag is Emile de l'Éducation by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. It's a pretty thick book, but most of it is either notes minutes, or the introduction, and the book itself is probably 450 pages, which is not that bad. But it is tiny, 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 tiny font. It's always the same with French books. They're small and they're tiny, it's tiny font, and it's crazy. But this book kind of shaped... He's my favorite philosopher, by the way, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Out of all of them, Voltaire and all that, and Montesquieu, and I've read all the texts, and this one is my favorite. I think he's brilliant. I think it was too early for his time, but that's my personal opinion. And oops. And this book kind of shaped a bit and influenced a bit the current educational system in France. So yeah, I think this was written in the 18th century. So as I told you, it was kind of early for his time. Then I have a book that one of you watching hopefully this video will recognize. That's my new coffee table book, which I am completely obsessed with. And it's The 4 Seasons of Mount Fuji. It was sent to me by Estelle from Estelle, sorry, not Estelle. Estelle from Madame Enta. Please tell me I pronounced it right, I hope so. It's a beautiful book. I've been like kind of reading pieces of it, and I kind of put some tags at the pages where I've reached, and different pictures I kind of fell in love with. Look at this! Oh my god. Cherry blossoms and snow on Mount Fuji. How beautiful is that? Then we have lights in the city, Mount Fuji. I'm just gonna remove the cover. We have, this is my favorite out of all of them. I love the contrast of the wheat down here, and I just love it. Kind of looks like a something in the Midwest, no? I don't know. I think so. Look at this. You can just see the top of it. It's like drowned in clouds. How beautiful is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. And the last one I'm gonna show you. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? Thank you so much, Estelle. It's probably, I love it. I love it. I seriously love it. So yeah. And then we have Lamb by Christopher Moore, and Lamb is the gospel according to Jesus Christ, Jesus according to Biff, Christ's childhood pal. It's a very funny book. It's pretty sad at the end, but I think me and Biff would agree really well if he really existed. So definitely recommend you check it out. Then we have The Book of Tomorrow, which is my choice for magical realism. I don't know if it's considered YA. I'm not sure. But it's really nice. I think it's a contemporary book too. So yeah. It's really nice. I really like this book. And Cecelia Ahern is my favorite author of magical realism, and I love her books for that. I love when you have a touch of magical paranormal thing going on and you're not sure if what you're reading is right or not. We have The Secret Lives of Dresses, and it's a beautiful book. It's by Erin McKean. Yes, it's my adult fiction choice. It's really funny and really sad at sometimes. There's a touch of romance, there's a touch of like life lessons, there's a bit of everything. It's a pretty complete book. I really liked it. We have Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom, and this is my go-to book when I'm kind of feeling down, depressed, when I need answers, when I'm confused. This is my book, my go-to book. I love it and I recommend everyone reads it. It has beautiful life lessons in there. And then we have Scott Pilgrim #4, because that's my favorite of all the Scott Pilgrims, for my graphic novel and comics. And you should definitely check out the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels, because they're really nice. They're really funny. You read them in like 30 minutes or an hour, and you feel really happy afterwards. They're very uplifting. We have The Lightning Thief by Riordan. Oh, and this is by Bryan Lee O'Malley, by the way, Scott Pilgrim. So then we have The Lightning Thief, which is the first book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Riordan, and that's my choice for the middle grade book. And then we have Elixir by Hilary Duff, which is my choice for YA paranormal kind of book. I really liked it. A lot of people said it's been done so much like this theme. I haven't read. That's the only book I've read that talks about soulmates, but in this way. But I'm fairly new reader. I have been reading like seriously for like a year and a half, 2 years, so might have not read all the YA books, and I don't read a ton of YA, so that might explain it. My favorite book of all time at the moment, still discovering new books, is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. It's such a beautiful book. Look at this. Well, open on a page without a picture. Look at his drawings. Oh my god. And the text is really beautiful, and I almost cried, which is a pretty big deal for me. So yeah, that's my version of, that's my what part of the Get to Know Me tag. I hope you know me a bit better now, and see you guys in my next one. Bye.